Hi everyone. So the purpose of this video is, I guess, more for me to help me cope with what has happened. I'm not basically I was pregnant and I have miscarried at 15 weeks. Now, this is my third miscarriage, and this is the longest pregnancy that I had. My two previous pregnancies, I miscarried around 6 to 7 weeks, and this one, well, I miscarried at 15 weeks. Everything was fine. Baby was fine. I was fine. We were both healthy, and all of our tests were coming out fine. And just unfortunately, I miscarried. And at the time, we didn't really realize what was happening. But looking back now to that day, it was clear that I was delivering this baby here at home. It's been hard. It's been hard for myself, for my husband. The doctor said there was nothing that I did or that I didn't do. It just happened. And I guess I made this video just to tell myself and to tell any other women out there that are going through this type of loss that everything is going to be okay. And I am a big believer that everything happens for a reason. I know that God has a reason for everything, and it might be hard to understand right now why it's happening, but I know that everything has a reason. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, to be honest. I don't even know what I'm trying to do with this video. I guess it's just to tell myself that everything is going to be okay. And one day it'll happen for me. One day I know that God's going to give us that little blessing that myself and my husband are waiting for. And I guess I just want to say that anybody else that's going through this, just know that you're not alone. You're not alone, and miscarriages are actually very common. They're much more common in the first trimester, not the second trimester, but they're common. And just know that you can do this. You can get through this. I've been so fortunate to have such a caring husband, a husband who, I have a husband that supports me so much, and I honestly don't know what I would do without him. I've been very fortunate to have him in my life. I know that there's women out there that don't necessarily have that type of support, but just know that there's many women out there that might be going through the same thing as you. I guess I'll talk about a little bit about how my miscarriage happened. So basically, Sunday night, Sunday was I turned 15 weeks, and Sunday night, I started feeling a lot of pressure on my pelvis, and I just thought it was normal. I've heard that there's something called a round ligament pain that pregnant women experience, and it's basically your pelvis expanding because there's a baby coming. So I just thought that's what it was. And basically I couldn't really sleep at night because of the pain. I kept getting up to go to the restroom. I just kept feeling like this need to pee, basically. Then a Monday morning, I wake up to go to work, but the pressure was just more. It was more pressure than pain. And I told my husband, like, I just don't feel like I can go to work. Fortunately, he decided to stay home from work as well. And as the minutes went by, I just started feeling very, I guess, desperate. Because it was just, it started becoming a little like pain. And I just kept walking back and forth, and I just couldn't deal with it anymore. I felt like I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't know what was going on, but I felt like something was gonna happen. And then basically, I didn't know it at the time, but looking back, I guess you can say I was having contractions. I've never had a baby. I've never delivered. I've never gone through labor, so I don't know what contractions are like. But just looking back at how everything happened, I think that's what I was going through, because every few minutes it was just getting worse. And I just remember having this pain. I was with my husband and my mother-in-law. They were with me, and then I just felt this pain. And then I remember kind of like not necessarily screaming or yelling, but I just remember kind of like whining, I guess. And then I just felt a gush. I just felt like all of this liquid came out of me, and I felt like something came out. And at first I just told my husband, like, I think this is a blood clot. I think I'm passing a big blood clot. And after that, I just felt like this relief, and I didn't have that pain anymore. I didn't feel that pressure anymore. And I just told my husband, I feel like I bled or like I peed. And he took me to the restroom, and I checked, and yeah, there was like all this liquid on me, and there was some blood. We checked, and then I tried to use I tried to go to the bathroom to see if there's anything else. I didn't see anything. I didn't see any blood clots. I didn't see anything. We didn't see anything at the time. Went to the doctor later. They found me an appointment. They did an ultrasound, and the doctor said that he didn't see any baby anymore. He didn't understand because I told him I didn't see any blood clots. So they had me see one of the other doctors that was there. She also checked me. She did a pelvic exam. She did an ultrasound, and she told me the same thing, that they didn't see any baby in my uterus. When she told me that, I was devastated. That there was no more baby. After that, I was recommended to go to the ER so that they can make sure that there was no more tissue in my uterus, because that can be dangerous. But it was just too much for me. And because of COVID, nobody's allowed to go into the emergency room except just the patient. So having to be there with without my husband, I just knew I wasn't going to be able to do it. So instead, we came home. After many hours, we discovered that I in fact had miscarried my baby. I won't really go into details to how we found out, how we confirmed it, but we confirmed that I had miscarried. It was such a painful moment when we found out, and it just felt like I was having a really bad dream. My husband and I were fortunate enough to be able to bury our baby. I guess overall, I'm just thankful that we were able to do that, because I know that that's not the case for everyone that goes through this. I still have faith that one day our dream of having a little one will happen. To kind of wrap this all up, I found a TikTok video that kind of it's really helping me cope with this. And I wrote down what it said, and I'm gonna read it to you. It says, in a season where you literally have no idea where God's taking you, you say, God, I don't know what you're doing, but it hurts. God, I'm confused. God, where are you? God, where are you taking me? And a lot of the time, his answer is just blank. You don't hear it. Well, they're very soft whispers. We question God a lot, but in those times when we don't have an answer, his answer is this. If I were to show you what I'm doing, then there's no faith being exercised. So right now, I need you to trust me, because God is sovereign and he is faithful. He will do what he's promised us. If anybody is watching this, or if you have any comments, just go ahead and send them to me. And yeah, if you stuck around to watch this whole video, thank you for hearing me out.